Welcome back. I'm Jonathan Kidd, and that's me up there, yeah. And you're watching or even listening to the Chelsea FanCast. So, match review, Chelsea versus Maribor. And Ross's ratings, are they up there on the screen? No, they're not at the moment. They're coming up. We're looking for them. There they are. Yeah, good old Ross's ratings. Czech 7, Luis 8, Zuma 7, Terry 10. Ivanovic 7, Matic 7, Fabregas 7, Hazard 9, Oscar 7, Williams 7, Remy 7, subs Drogba 7, Ake 7, Solanke 6. So the only 6 is Solanke. So that makes a change. Good old Ross. Or are they in fact Chidge's ratings? Ross, did you do these? Combined Chidge and Ross. Dr. Mark, what do you reckon?
I think that's pretty fair. Terry, 10. Was he a perfect 10? Well,
is anybody ever a perfect 10?
He did do that fantastic 70-yard run.
He did.
And poke it in the far corner.
They were saying it was offside. I thought the ball wasn't offside.
No,
it was slightly.
It was slightly. I thought the ball was played. Wasn't the ball played in front and he ran onto it? I thought.
It's when it's kicked, isn't it?
And he had the assist for Remy's goal as well.
He did, yeah. Very good pass for it.
Yeah.
And he was fairly solid at the back too.
Yeah. And he was superb. Yeah. I'm not. The offside law confuses me on occasions, despite my having been a referee briefly. Just because if the ball's passed in front and you're still running onto it, regardless, I can't quite see how that's offside. Anyway,
when the
ball's kicked. I know. But in this instance,
if it doesn't matter the ball's backwards or forwards or where it is where you are when it's kicked.
Yeah, I occasionally get confused, despite having, as I say, been a referee for 3 years. You think perhaps that's why I never got very good marks. It's not true at all, actually. I did all right. Because I used to go, play on, man's game, play on. They used to say, we like your use of the advantage, ref. I said, yeah, shut up, play on. Good. Decent performances. Hazard absolutely superb all night and wonderful to watch when he's in the mood, says Chidge. What do you reckon about that? Yes. Completely brilliant. He's brilliant, isn't he?
He's pretty good to watch.
You love him, don't you? You think he's one of the best players. Which player do you like the most?
What, Chelsea? Oscar.
Yeah. Oh, of course you do. Sorry,
yes.
You're an Oscar fan. Yeah,
I am an Oscar fan.
But even if Hazard
I do love, obviously, you've got to love John Terry and obviously Frank, but he's not here anymore. But yeah, Oscar's mine.
Yes,
Oscar's my favourite.
Sorry, I've just been told by Ross that we had an accident in the middle and we dropped coffee all over my script, but apparently we can see it, so it's looking a bit amateur night out. But I think it's a sign of industry myself. So I think a lot of work's gone into this script.
No, if you'd had the ceremonial clipboard,
I should have had it. Saved it from that. I know. But I didn't. I was waiting for it to be given. It was like a passing on.
A rite of passage.
Yeah, rite of passage. To be given the Chidge clipboard, but it was not given to me. So perhaps I was denied it. Yes. So Drogba came on, pulled rank on Hazard. Wonderful symmetry with the penalty, they're saying, and Chidge is saying, his last penalty. Now Jose wasn't particularly pleased. Does that matter? How did Drogba do overall, do we reckon?
I think it matters that Jose wasn't pleased because he shouldn't. What annoyed me at Drogba was when we played Wigan, when we won 8-0, and he was more interested in taking the penalty to be the top goal scorer than Lampard taking the penalty, because it was only 1-0 at the time, and Drogba was nowhere near if the keeper had saved it, or hit the post, Drogba was near the halfway line. He wasn't even right there ready for the rebound. So he shouldn't sulk when he's not allowed to take a penalty. This time around, I know he said afterwards, he asked Hazard, yeah, take it, whatever. But I think Mourinho's right. I don't think Drogba should have taken that first penalty.
Because he's not the designated penalty taker.
Exactly. So, it shouldn't be on him to do it. And it also then would put Hazard under more pressure if Hazard was to take it, because if he had missed it, everyone was sort of, because he's there thinking, oh yeah, Drogba wanted this penalty. So whatever he's done, he's put more pressure on himself, or he's put more pressure on Hazard. Fine, it worked out all right, but I don't think he should have done it.
Seb, what do we think about the Remy getting injured?
I actually did think about this before the game. I was like, well, if he does get injured, and especially with Costa being quite injury prone at the moment, and Drogba at the time coming back from quite a serious, well not serious, but quite a niggly injury. But to be fair, to take that goal when he was injured with his left foot was really good. It was really good.
He injured himself scoring the goal.
Yeah, he did apparently. Yeah,
it
was actually when he was scoring.
I think it was scoring the goal that injured him. Yeah.
But I was sitting in Matthew Harding right at the front, and maybe 3 or 4 minutes before Remy scored, Drogba was already warming up. So
they knew
knew
already.
I knew that something was up.
So we had 3 teenagers playing, Zuma, Ake and Solanke, and it was good to see, but how do you think they all did?
Ake was outstanding.
Wonderful tackler, isn't he? Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, it was his pass for
And his
Hazard
tackling
second,
too.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think Zuma's learning all the time from JT, that's the
Yeah.
impression I get.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
Yeah.
He's still got some rough edges to knock off yet.
He's a rough diamond, isn't he?
Yeah.
Chidge has put more Haribo than Maribor. Oh, good old Chidge. Does the fact the opposition were more Haribo than Maribor matter? Does it detract from the performance?
Well,
Because it was our biggest Champions League win. What do you reckon?
well, Maribor drew against Sporting and they drew against Schalke, so they've obviously got some talent.
A pair of draws, yeah.
Yeah, pair of draws.
I thought we were great, though. I thought it was a great performance.
Yeah, I think from the first minute off they really wanted
Yeah.
it. Especially after the Schalke game at home, they didn't really want to slip up.
We were first to the ball
Yeah.
every time.
I mean,
Anything happening on social media?
Just a few favourite moments. So Drogba celebration. Obviously, it was his first goal, wasn't it, back? So he was enjoying it. Job half done. Win the away tie, which is very important. I'll be there anyway, so
Next
it's
Tuesday.
very important that we win. And other people saying it's a stroll.
You're going to Maribor.
I am indeed. I'm very excited. It's a
Why
3-day.
is that? Why are you going to Maribor? What is particular? Have you just decided to go? Are you there working? Are you
No.
modelling there or something? Or are you
No, for the game.
for the game deliberately? Oh, I
Yes.
see. I see it. I thought
We're
it
doing a
was
3-day extravaganza.
Well,
If that's what you
exactly.
call it.
Are
yeah.
you going as well, sir?
No, I wish I was going, but too expensive.
They let down for us all.
Next time.
God, that was very patronising of me saying, are you working? Are you going there? What do you work? I mean, actually, you've just gone because you're a supporter. You're going to the game, aren't you?
Yes. I don't know why else would I end up in Slovenia. Slovenia, isn't
Slovenia is
it?
supposed to be lovely.
But I'm getting a
count one to
picture
10,
as
can't
well,
you?
so we're
I
really
can, yeah.
excited.
Wait, can you do it again?
I counted to 6 on Tuesday night, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So you going as well?
In Slovenia. No, I'm not, unfortunately. I
Just
would
for-
only have
just
run out
for
of
that.
holiday this year. I can't take any more holiday.
I'll cheer for you all. Don't worry.
Thank you, if you could. Benches, anybody going?
No.
What do you think the result will be, Benches?
2-0 or 3-0, I reckon.
Do you?
I think we'll just play within ourselves, depending. Who have we got after Maribor in the league?
The team selection.
Schalke.
No, in the league. Is it Liverpool
Oh.
or West Brom?
We can wrap it up, can't we, if we win?
Liverpool.
Yeah, it's Liverpool for that. It's
QPR,
Yeah, it's-
Maribor.
Liverpool. West Brom's on the 22nd, isn't it?
Can
Liverpool's
we,
the
but
week
we can
before.
wrap the
if-
qualification
If
up.
we win the
we
next
win.
game,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
qualified.
Yeah.
Not necessarily won the group,
Top.
but we've qualified.
Unless the other
Yeah.
game's a draw. Don't know.
I don't
Maths,
know.
yeah. But we'll win it.
We're in
anyway,
a strong
fine,
position
it's
either
not an
way. So
issue. But looking forward to the trip. The trip would be quite interesting.
Back to the game.
Oh, yes.
It was some of the most entertaining football I think I've ever seen from a Chelsea side. But it would have spoilt it if they'd actually done some tackling. But I don't think they could get near us.
Did Czech save the penalty, or did it hit the post?
I couldn't see from where I was the other end.
But he would have saved it anyway had they not hit
Yeah,
the
because
post.
he'd covered it. I thought he'd saved it.
It was
and then-
again just like Munich. That was the same as Schweinsteiger's one that hit the post. The Czech went the right way, would have saved us on target, but hit the post and came.
And because of that, Schweinsteiger hit it wider because he could see him going because of the pressure.
I don't know. That's
Bitter
true.
Is that true? No, I've just made that up. I don't know.
It's a
Guessing.
good theory. I
don't-
like it.
Thanks very much. But if it's, I mean, imagine you're taking a penalty and there's this huge man in the goal, and you think, I know what I'll do. I'll try and place it into the corner as much as possible. And he's already saved several. Was it the second penalty, Schweinsteiger? I can't remember.
It's the last.
last
yeah,
one.
it's- He was there last.
Olic missed his,
Yeah.
which was the fourth, and then Schweinsteiger missed the fifth one.
Right. Well, by
Yeah, it
then the
was two
pressure's
running,
built up,
yeah.
hasn't it? So he's thinking, I've got to get in the corner because that was the best Czech had ever saved any penalties, wasn't
He went the right way for every single.
it?
penalty.
Before that, I used to think, oh, he can't save anything.
Well,
I remember against Paul Dickoff against Blackburn. That was probably one of the few actually saved.
Yeah.
And of course, he'd saved Robbins
Memories
as well,
of
hadn't he?
right.
In extra time, he saved it. Yeah.
he went the right way for all 7 penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And saved 3 of them.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't think he didn't see. I
7.
don't think he saw nil.
One of the
coming.
game.
Robbins. Robbins
Yeah.
in extra time.
Yeah.
And 5 in the shootout.
Yeah.
6.
5.
But how important is it? How important is it that we
5,
finish?
you're right.
Right, how important is it that
I was
we
just
finish?
counting.
How important is it we finish top of the group?
Oh yeah, we don't want to do like Arsenal come second, then
No.
come against.
I think it is
Bayern.
important. I think it is
Yeah,
important.
it is really important.
Only way we
we'll
won't
win
is
it,
if
isn't
we.
it? There's
Only
no-
way we won't is if we lose points away,
and at home
and
to
which we
Sporting.
do quite a lot. So hopefully,
We
for
got
my
Rob-
sake anyway.
We've got
I hope
to
we
face
win.
Robbie Di Matteo and his lot
Yeah, it's a shame it's
in
not.
Kaiserslautern, haven't we?
Right. Well, apparently we're going back to the ratings, and we're going to discuss Felipe Luis and how he's doing.
I'm not not a massive fan, but I don't think he's doing. I think he's come into his own in the last couple of games anyway.
He's not played enough yet. I think he just needs to settle in a bit.
Because he got an 8.
I thought he was very classy against Maribor.
Everyone was.
Very classy against Maribor.
Everyone else
Was it difficult?
He was getting forward.
Was
as
it
well.
difficult not to be classy because
I think so,
they were
weren't
weak?
really-
But everyone got a 7, so who got an 8? He was doing something better than everyone else.
He was, he looked
Probably
good.
He did get to
Ross
the bar line quite often and put some good crosses in. So.
Yes, you did. We haven't really discussed these enough because Hazard got 9. He got an 8. Yeah, I don't know. He seems to. He occasionally loses the ball for me. He's not quite. I suppose the standard has been set by Azpilicueta, who's just been absolutely brilliant. So it's
Or Ashley Cole.
Indeed before him. I've got confused, Ross, as why we've gone back to the ratings. Why have we gone back there? Oh, we've got plenty of time, apparently. Oh, I see. Benches. What do you reckon to Louise?
Sorry, go on. Settling in nicely. He's only had 3 or 4 games, but I thought against Maribor he looked very good, very assured, and he's a decent player. He's got to keep his game up because he knows that Azpilicueta could come back at any time, so he's got to maintain standards.
So what's going to be who's he going to select at right back now that that Brannan's going to be out?
Well, Brannan's only going to miss 1 game at Shrewsbury, so
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So it'll be the Shrewsbury game, will it?
yeah, straight away, first game. Yeah,
Oh, so we'll be back in again. But who would he play if Brannan was injured? Who would he play at right back?
Christensen maybe.
Ashby.
Aspie's bad.
Oh, he
though,
just
as well.
put him at right back and play Louise at left back.
But Aspie's
Of course,
not bad for
It is
Shrewsbury.
right
of
back.
course, of course, of course.
Aspie's not bad for Shrewsbury, though, was he?
No.
So if it hadn't
No.
been Shrewsbury, if it had been an
Aspie and
important
Louise.
match, and Aspie was suspended and Van was suspended, yeah, it would have been there. Do you reckon Christensen?
Yeah, or if Ramirez was fit, he might have played Ramirez at right back 'cause he's done it in Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. So
Is
maybe
Ramirez? He was injured, wasn't he, Ramirez?
He has been, yeah. doesn't
See, that was who, instead of Mikel, I think if Ramirez was on the bench, he would have come on yesterday instead. Because Mikel coming on just put Fabregas up a little bit, but I think really he'd wanted Ramirez to run around and cover a lot more ground because obviously Fabregas is a bit tired after being out long.
Yeah.
Well, Mourinho has brought on Mikel quite a lot when he's trying to hold on to a lead.
But he did.
You could view it as actually a positive substitution because it pushes Fabregas further forward.
But he was also a bit tired of Fabregas. Ramirez has a lot of energy, especially when he's coming on off the bench.
If Fabregas had a good game, then it would have been a good decision. But like Dazza says, I'm not sure it was the best decision.
Was it because he was in the Man United game? He was shackled by Fellaini.
Yeah, it's just a physical power, wasn't it? Really, he's just in his face all the time.
Because they were pointing out on the telly that he wasn't being given enough room to come forward, and there was a gap, particularly in the first half. But what exactly did in that game? What exactly did Mourinho do in the second half? I'm always intrigued tactically. What exactly did he change that made us play a lot better in the second half?
His word in Phil Dowd's ear didn't really help, did it, at half-time? Did you see it when they were walking back out?
Yeah.
I think it was still much the same, I thought. I know what you mean. Normally, there's got to be something he was saying to sort of Jim. I say, you've got to do this, got to do that.
Well, I'm always obsessed by that. To say, what exactly does he do to make the performance change? Does in some instances you can obviously see it because he's moved somebody further up or he's moved somebody back. But in this instance, I couldn't really tell. But we were much more compact. It was a much more in control performance.
If we knew that, we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? Let's face it.
Well, no, but I think it's possible to work it out. You can normally just see it's a simple thing like pushing the midfield up or playing one person. Or Mourinho frequently will actually have a word in somebody's ear and they'll move in a position and the game changes.
I'd do it for 5 minutes a year.
He shouts sometimes though. Do you not read in the, I think it's in Centenary bit when Steve Clark talks about when we played Arsenal and Henry took the quick free kick and we drew 2-2.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Clark was saying that he was standing behind Mourinho. Mourinho kicked a tub of Vaseline and it whacked against the wall and it started. I can't remember what player was sitting right below it, but he was just getting nearer and nearer.
Dripping on his head.
Clark said he wanted to calm him down. I think he even said, I can't tell him to F off because it's Mourinho. But yeah, he does sometimes just shout at them. It's just different styles. Maybe just shout at them all at half time. Who knows?
I think it's just a step up their game. Really.
Yeah. Benches, what do you reckon? What you see any pattern, Andy?
Sorry?
Can you hear me, Andy?
Yeah, just about now, John, yeah.
Just about now. Do you see any difference in exactly what's happening? I'm always amazed the fact in the second half there's always a... Mourinho has to have a word. What word does he have? What happens? Particularly what happened in the Man United game. Did you see any particular difference?
Yeah, the Man United game.
Yeah, second half.
Yeah, we just looked like a team we didn't want to lose, and would have been happy with a draw even when we went. I just felt we just looked like a team who already looking for results not to lose that game. Yeah.
No, I was thinking more of what he does when we came out in the second half and played better than the first half.
Sorry, John, I really can't hear you, mate.
Yeah, I think first half we played well than ourselves. I think second half we said, right, quicker, faster, move the ball around faster, and you could tell the pace stepped up dramatically in the second half. Next, a couple of times we start very slowly, not expending too much energy. Second half we go out there and start killing teams.
That's it. It was a Chelsea. We got to up the pace.
Yeah.
The one player
Chelsea's favourite.
Sorry.
We got to up the pace. That's what Chelsea would have said. Yeah.
I think it must have been at half-time speaking to Oscar and Willian, because Oscar was misplacing quite a few passes. I don't think Willian was doing what he normally does, and I think the pair of them I thought were quite disappointing in the first half, really. I wasn't really surprised when he did his substitutions, I don't think.
Yes, yeah, we've ended up talking about the Man United game again, but I think it's mainly because
It's
the Maribor game was such an...
Hazard had so many good runs, though. We could have talked about it when Hazard had that chance to score a hat-trick, when he ran all the way across, taking around everyone, and it was unfortunately a slow shot.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it was superb. I thought he'd have taken
his
Hazard
sixth
off
goal
earlier.
in the Maribor game was absolutely magnificent, wasn't it?
It was. I thought he'd have been off the pitch by then. I thought he'd have thought rest him before Man United, but left him one. Yeah, what a finish! He went inside, back outside again.
Just snapped
left
it.
the player for dead, the keeper for dead.
It was as classy as the Ronaldo goal in the El Clasico, which I watched. And I was trying to compare the two teams, and Real break much more quickly than we do, mainly because Ronaldo is such a brilliant player. But talking about the goal against Liverpool, in fact, rather than the El Clasico goal. But I still think we've got a bit of a way to go before we're as good as Real Madrid at the moment.
No, but we're better defensively.
I think we're better defensively.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
I think we played and we'd
What did you
beat
say,
them.
Ross? Twitter. Oh, Ross said Twitter. Twitter.
Yes, do you want to hear about Twitter?
We do. We like to hear about Twitter.
If we're going to go back to the Man United game, this is what they're talking about, Mikel. They did say nobody has anything against Mikel. He's just a bit... Nobody really has an
Who
opinion,
is this?
do they?
Who's saying this?
So Liam Hawke says, I like Mikel, but it does give the opposition the impression that we're going to sip deep far too early to make it. Which is true.
But it did work against Arsenal, though.
Yeah.
When he came on, he did well. But against Man City, he didn't then. So that's 2 games against Manchester clubs where he's come on and it's been, like Sophie said, that it's kind of invited the pressure. That's a shame, but we'll move on.
I feel like when Jose Mourinho brings Mikel on, everybody suddenly thinks that we're definitely going to start playing in a different way.
Defensively.
Well,
the initial
yeah.
reaction is defensively every time, isn't it?
No, the idea is that presumably that Matic and Mikel will be genuine holding midfielders, which means Fabregas can go forward and be a bit more creative. So it's a balance, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's always a balance.
I didn't think we were poor when Mikel came on at all.
No.
Right, back in a few minutes. After break, we've got more fannies for the Maribor game.